Deuteronomy chapter 9. Listen, O Israel, you are about to cross the Jordan today, to enter and take possession of the land of nations greater and stronger than yourself, nations with grand cities whose walls reach up to heaven. They are a great people, they are tall, the Anakites, whom you have seen, and of whom you heard it said, who can stand up to the sons of Anak? But today you will realize that the Lord your God is crossing the Jordan before you like a devouring fire. He will exterminate them and he will subject them to you. Then you will dispossess them and destroy them, as the Lord has promised you. When the Lord your God has driven them away from your presence, do not think in your mind, the Lord brought me to this land to take possession of it because of my own goodness. Rather, the Lord dispossessed those nations because of their wickedness. It is not by your merits or because you are good that you are entering the land to take possession of it. Indeed, the Lord is dispossessing them in front of you because of their wickedness, and also to fulfill the promise He made on oath to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Realize therefore that the Lord is giving you for your inheritance this fertile land, not because of any merit of yours, for you are an obstinate people. Keep in mind and do not forget how you provoked the anger of the Lord your God in the desert, for you have been rebellious towards the Lord from the day you left the land of Egypt until you arrived here. At Horeb too, you provoked the Lord to anger, and in fury he was about to exterminate you. When I went up the mountain to receive the slabs of stone, the tablets of the covenant that the Lord had made with you, I stayed on the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights, without eating food or drinking water. And the Lord gave me the 2 slabs of stone, written with the finger of God, containing all the words that He spoke to you from the mountain, from the midst of the fire, on the day of the assembly. And when the Lord gave me the 2 slabs of stone, the tablets of the covenant, at the end of the 40 days and 40 nights, He said to me, Arise and go down the mountain at once, because your people, whom you brought out of Egypt, have become corrupt. They have quickly abandoned the way that I enjoined on them, and they have made an idol of cast metal. And the Lord also said to me, I have observed this people. They are an obstinate people. Let me alone, and I will exterminate them and wipe out their name from under heaven. But out of you I will make a nation more powerful and more numerous than they. I therefore went down the mountain from the summit, which was in a blaze, holding in my hands the 2 tablets of the covenant. And I saw that you had sinned against the Lord your God, and that you had made for yourselves a molten calf. How suddenly you had turned aside from the way which the Lord had enjoined on you. Taking the 2 slabs of stone with both hands, I flung them down and smashed them into pieces in your sight. Then I fell prostrate before the Lord, and as before, I passed 40 days and 40 nights without eating food or drinking water, for the sin which you had committed by doing what is evil in the sight of the Lord and arousing His anger. I was afraid, because the wrath and anger of the Lord against you had reached a point when He was ready to destroy you. And the Lord listened to me this time as well. The Lord was also very angry with Aaron, and He was ready to destroy him. So I interceded also for Aaron. Regarding the sinful thing, that calf which you had made, I took and set fire to it, broke it into pieces, and ground it until it was fine as dust. Then I threw the dust into the brook that flows down from the mountain. And again at Taberah, at Massa, and at Kibroth Hattaavah, you provoked the wrath of the Lord. And when He wanted you to leave Kadesh Barnea, saying, Go up and take possession of the land that I have given you. You rebelled against the command of the Lord your God. You did not believe the Lord, nor did you listen to his voice. You have been rebellious against the Lord ever since I have known you. So I lay prostrate before the Lord for 40 days and 40 nights, because he said he was thinking of destroying you. I prayed to the Lord and said to him, O Lord God, do not destroy your people and your inheritance, whom you ransomed with your might, whom you brought out of Egypt with the strength of your hand. Keep in mind your servants, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Do not consider the obstinacy of this people or their sin, that it may not be said in the land from which you brought us out, the Lord was not able to bring them to the land which he had promised them. It was in hatred he brought them out of Egypt, to slay them in the desert. They are indeed your people and your inheritance, whom you brought out with your great power and outstretched arm.